in time to get this shit show on the road.
And we're
Welcome to hell.
Jeez, that was very aggressive.
All right, I think everyone
I'm-
needs to just take a step back.
I'm a very aggressive person.
All
Thank
right,
you very much.
take a step back,
But-
fellows.
Hi. Welcome to
And
the show.
tell us.
if you missed it, all you got to do is subscribe, and you can get your own copy of a picture of Eric eating Jello shots with a spoon out of a big aluminum tray.
If there's
While
gonna
playing the
be
game of life.
only motion,
Yep.
then what's
And I
So
believe it was 2 a.m. at the
you know,
time.
That's what you get for
In a dress shirt. I was
for
wearing a dress shirt at the time.
one U.S. American dollar, you can get that picture framed on your wall.
And
by
for
yours
$2,
truly.
you can see Mike's browser history.
Yep,
And I mean, for like 50, I think we still have that Only Cats idea.
and that's the society guarantee.
Yes.
As an
Patreon coming soon. All right.
All right.
Thank you for sticking with us through this wonderful evening of technical difficulties, thrown headsets, thrown microphones, and Plan Z. I am your frustrated DM tonight, Rory Michaels, and with me tonight, out of order, but is Eric, Mac, Marshall, John,
Hi.
Ben, and me twice.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
These NPCs are about to be upset.
Make your bets now about how many people we can manage to piss off.
From the sky, a white wagon
The
lies
over
down
under is
and
2.
attacked you all.
All right. Where we left off, you guys had finally gotten to the village of Good Hope, assigned to your assignment for 2 years. 50 years since someone's been here. You found your new home, which has not been taken care of probably for any of those 50 years. It has a fancy skylight where the roof is caved in. You made your way to the only establishment open at this time of night in the town, the tavern. Made your way through the crowd, found a table in the back. On that table was carved a map that I am showing in Roll20 right now.
Take a look. This was carved.
Yes.
It was very intricate.
Someone did a lot of
kind
drinking here.
Hey, there's a ruin.
I
at
mean,
the
it
foot
looks
of the
like it's
river.
the best and only
Someone
bar
really
in
loved
town.
trees.
You're in the forest. You're going to see a lot of trees.
I know, but they're very detailed.
You might say the forest for the trees.
That's reasonable.
Settling in, at the table, you're approached by a middle-aged woman, Belinda Goodhope, the mayor of the town, or as they call her, the administrator, and that is where we will pick up.
And she had beer.
And she had beer. 5 skeins of beer. For Steins.
I have something
for some reason.
Yeah,
Nonetheless.
Yeah, you know what that is, right, Alice?
So, you must be the new hero sent to us from the Citadel.
Yeah, we are. It's lovely to meet you.
I don't know if anyone told you or not, but you're a little late.
57 years too late. In our defense, we weren't born yet.
Well, then I suppose I can't hold it against you too much.
Much appreciated.
We're here to do what we can. What is this? Is this a map? On the table?
Yes, it is.
Is it official? Is this like the map?
Well, it's been here longer than I have.
Whoa.
It's at least 50 years out of date, but I have heard that it was by the previous adventurers, and that over and over, each party has wiped and recreated the map.
What happened to the last set of adventurers?
They left one day and never came back.
Tough.
Do you know what
Yeah,
direction
pretty-
they went?
Wait.
No,
We
I
actually
wasn't born yet.
we haven't introduced ourselves. We should do a little round of introductions.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Um,
I lost my mid-Atlantic accent. I have to pull a different one out of the case.
I'm Verity Falleish.
yeah. Dominic Seastrike. And
I'm
this is
Damien Seastrike. I'm his brother.
yeah.
I assumed.
And I'm Alice Kratzkin.
And I am Borum Miro.
I'm Belinda. I'm Belinda Seaster. Damn it.
Good Hope?
Oh my God, Mom!
You are-
Belinda Good
Do you know?
Strike.
Are you our aunt?
Oh, you are. Hey, did you know this guy at a Nevercuck or something?
Nope. Nope. Moving on. I'm already struggling enough. Don't get me off topic. Well, thank you for being here. I'm trying not to hold what the Citadel did against you, but I don't know that I can speak for the rest of the town when it comes to that.
We'll win their hearts and minds.
Well,
Or at least get us to not
Yeah.
be angry at us all the time. I mean, like baby steps.
Yeah, we're here to do, whatever anyone needs. We've been stationed here and we're going to take that responsibility seriously.
I'll be honest with you. Nobody here even remembers having an adventurer team in here, so I don't know if anyone knows what to do with you.
We
I mean,
can kill things.
Yeah, we are. I mean, amongst
We can
other
also,
things.
We can also dig holes.
I believe that Driscoll
Well, you
was
can
still
you
around
can
when-
do like digging
was that,
holes. I'm
Borum?
not interested.
I believe Driscoll was still around. Were they not?
Driscoll.
Yes. We were informed that there is a elf by the name of Driscoll that would remember the last party.
Ah, yes. I've so long since I've seen Driscoll, I forgot all about him.
Where is
Fine.
he?
Is he
Oh,
still
he's on
here?
the far side of town. He just doesn't come around.
Oh,
Okay.
They kind of
Mm.
stick to themselves, him and his family.
Well, it's really nice to meet you. If you have any advice for us, like how would you say is the best way to approach people about asking if they need help?
By and large, they're good people. So just treat them like people. Realize that when they're mad, they're not mad at you. They're mad at the Citadel. We were left high and dry out here, and even though we came through it fine, many of us are still waiting for the day that the Citadel came, and then to find out in the end when they did come, after thinking that it was gone, not knowing if the Angel Stone was going to fail at any time, turns out they just forgot about us. How do you think that makes any of us feel?
Like shit.
oh,
Yeah.
Um,
I know how paperwork can get misfiled. I do it all the time, but I'm not responsible for the safety of thousands of people. You thought better of you. All of us. And for now, at least, you're going to be paying the price for that. But give them time. They're good folk, all in all. Maybe not the dwarf, but
we heard about him.
what's the problem with the dwarf?
well, some people grew up on the wrong side of the bed.
What side is that?
The mean side.
There's a mean side
So,
to
like-
a bed? How
Like
does
the
that work?
The left,
Yeah. I sleep in the middle.
like against the wall.
The way it was described to us is that he's got his family, and that's just about all it is to come when it comes to people he actually loves.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
What if we help his family? Then he'll like us.
Maybe.
Well, we don't want to try to manipulate anyone, but
I don't think it's manipulative to help.
I know what you mean.
Well,
You're-
it's
trust
more
me.
like you have to let people open up to you first. Like, eventually there's going to be an interaction, and it's just like, we'll piss him off,
Yeah.
probably. But,
Maybe
like,
if
how
I-
do we piss him off as little as possible?
Maybe if I convinced him to worship Pellis, then we can get along.
no,
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it's important that we don't force anything.
I
That
would be
we just-
forcing. It'd be like conversation.
Not that. Just that we let, we do what we can, and if people say no, then we back off. We go do something else. But clearly, the people of Good Hope can take care of themselves. They've been doing it for 57 years. But there are some things that are, I guess, we are especially trained to do, and we would love to lift that burden off of all of you while we can.
Do you know of anything in particular that we might be able to do with our particular skills?
Yeah. Any current issues?
Mm.
Some of that would depend on what skills you bring to the table, I suppose.
Are there any threats by chance?
Nah, we're inside the Angel Stone, so what threats?
Well, then
I mean, not for nothing, but if there were threats, none of us would be here.
well, I guess surely in those 57 years, somebody would have had to gone outside the village for some supplies. Maybe not too far, but maybe if we can like sweep the perimeter or something.
I mean, I'm sure most of us would love to have some fish.
Yeah.
I've often wondered what it tastes like. We used to have a lot of it coming through Plain Harbor, but since we were abandoned,
I mean, it's
Yeah.
fine. Like, it's not great.
We'll consider it done.
Have you ever had mac and cheese?
I feel like we're getting off topic.
Damn.
Wait, maybe I can cook the mac and cheese.
I think clearing the road to the river would be a great start.
And did we have an idea before about maybe like setting up so if there were people who wanted to meet us, like maybe like a sort of town meeting for those who would want to meet and like
Yeah, kind of
see what
Get it.
our whole shtick is about?
get it all
I don't
done at
know.
once.
We could have like office hours, and people can come see us in our downtrodden house, and
And we
they
could set up a
come see us,
mailbox.
and they can be like, "Hello, I have this problem," and we go, "Cool," and we make a list of the problems, and then we like knock them out.
Yeah, like
Not
maybe
the people, like we knock out the problems.
like let people feel free to make like a notice board or something and just post things they want done or issues they have. So then it could be anonymous. Maybe people who don't feel like they want to come up to us and just like little task, and we'll check it every day and see what
like solve
see
all
what
the
the people are
problems.
wanting.
We can do
um,
marriage counseling.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But
we can do town building.
as far as the house, though, are we free to renovate that as we see fit? It's kind of a,
Kind of shit.
see
Like
what he
no
means.
insult.
What he means is, it seems like no one's been there in a while.
57 years.
Yes. So
That's a long time.
I guess, do we have your permission to build on it?
Oh, that's not our house. That's your
Oh.
house.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
That
like
belongs
we
to the
own it?
guild. Well,
Great.
Oh, the guild owns it.
Yeah.
It did have the sign on it with the little guild marker.
Can we buy it from
is
the guild?
functioning us.
And like build
We-
equity.
Do you
We
want
have
to
to
live here?
pay loans first.
Hmm.
I mean, if you want other dilapidated buildings, I got a couple around here that I can give to you, let alone sell to you.
Well, maybe we could fix those up too.
Actually, that probably are they less dilapidated? Because I'd rather like if we're gonna build something, I'd rather be building something that like we can own, right? Than like a random guild house.
No,
Boy,
we
you're
should
really
build-
thinking ahead for the people that follow on behind you. Makes me wonder if there is anybody or if the guild's just going to throw you here and then forget about me again.
I'll never forget about you, Miss Good Hope.
We'll make sure that Good Hope is not forgotten by the guild any longer.
Well,
I don't forget a lot.
I hate to be the
remember.
youngins they send after you.
Well, I
Fuck
guess
you
that
them, you got yours, right?
What?
Fuck them, you got yours, right?
Why?
Yeah, no, we're gonna fix up the house. We're gonna fix up the house no matter what.
I just wanted to check in to say if I don't know if there's some like permit we need to get, or if we can just do it, just build on it, renovate it.
Yeah,
But
what are the zoning
you said
regulations?
it. You said it's that's kind of what I was getting at. But we're in a bar.
We
We're
don't
all
stand much on ceremony here.
Do we have like commercial licenses, or do we need to get like a special tax exemption for
damn.
commercial property?
You're
development?
making her yawn.
Well, as members of the guild, you're tax exempt. In fact, we be paying the tax to you. Even though we're not paying the tithe, we still have to support you as the adventurers. So, every day you can come over here to the tavern and get a meal. Morning, noon, night. It won't be fancy. You have to earn that, but we can get you some bread, some cold water, warm water, depends on the season.
How do you earn mac and cheese?
We appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, we appreciate a lot. Is there like, can I go kill a giant and then you guys make mac and cheese?
It's his favorite thing.
I feel
Just-
like we can buy cheese,
Just
and we can buy other stuff. Like
Oh, I can cook mac and cheese. I didn't even
don't
think of
worry.
that.
He's very overzealous.
so we can buy cheese. We can buy the stuff to make pasta and all of that.
So I feel like
And then we'd also be supporting the local economy.
I feel like maybe we're
Yeah.
getting a bit
yeah,
off topic.
exactly. I think we need to circle back to what our purpose is here, and you are the leader of Good Hope. Yes.
In some words, I don't know if anybody's the leader here.
I guess people respect
Again-
your word.
We don't stand on ceremony.
Yeah, I guess if there's anything of importance that you need from us, feel free to reach out.
I wouldn't be the first to know. I wish my father was still alive, but he died waiting for the guild to return. So I'm not even certain besides old tales. I know that you go out. You would before protect caravans between us and Pine Arbor. I'm not even sure if Pine Arbor is still anymore. But
It does still exist.
yeah, I imagine the Angel Stone would be there even if you forgot about them too. At least you kept that part of your word, and that's probably the more important of the two. As long as we have that, we're safe. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. I don't think any of us, if we had some trade again, or possibly just, I married my second cousin.
Oh yeah, no. So definitely
Like
like
kids?
allowing people to move out and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
or new people in.
Yeah, like at a certain point, we're gonna run out of all the different names. They're just all gonna be Good Hopes, and that's not gonna be good for anyone. So yeah, it'd be nice to get some fresh faces around here. Maybe see a fresh face or two myself.
So maybe once we get everything situated around here, we can start securing that path between here and the portal, and then we can open up that trade and start having that influx and outflux of people. So if anybody wants to go to the guild themselves, though I understand why they wouldn't want to.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people dreamed of this, getting out of this town into the guild. But again, 57 years. 57 years of heartbreak. I feel like I'm harping on it, but
You have every reason.
It
It's
makes
not
sense.
very good to be forgotten.
Yeah.
Is there anything you at this moment want to know about any of us?
can any of you heal?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, that'll be a relief.
I'm good at it.
Do you need someone some medical attention?
No, but I'll admit that our triggers wands are getting pretty flare. I think we've been doing more with herbalism than with actual magic healing for a long time. We lose one or two a year that we could have saved with some somebody that could cure a disease.
Very high mortality rate.
All the more reason to clear the
Maybe
path.
maybe we could also, I mean, just for here, we could probably teach a little bit.
I don't know if I can teach what I do. Oh, I can totally teach what I do. Do you want to believe in
No,
Telos?
shit! What the fuck?
Well,
If you believe really hard, you can save people's lives.
it's yes and no. So we can get on the religion thing later. That's definitely, you could
You guys have a temple here?
you could have a
We
soapbox
do.
for that.
What's the god?
No god. There hasn't been gods in forever.
Oh boy,
But-
do I have the god for you guys.
We do have an old church here that nobody uses. If you
Can I-
want to,
You could set up shop in there.
Can I borrow it? I'll make it pretty.
if you want to do the maintenance, you can do whatever you want with it. Just don't burn it down.
What if it's accidentally burnt down?
He won't burn it down.
I won't do it
promise.
intentionally, I promise.
I
I'm just
give you my word, he won't burn it down.
hot work
I
is
feel like
difficult.
even if the gods were dead, like if they were to come back and we burned down the church, that we would pay for it.
That's a valid point, actually. I'm not gonna burn it down, I promise. On my honor.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, I'm not a knight. I want to be one, but I'm not
Oh.
one. You don't have to call me sir. You can call me Damien.
Actually, now that I think about it, let me show you a map of Good Hope. Looks like, why does it feel like it's still showing
Nope, you're all good.
Roll 20? Is it showing Chronica?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Sherry, for this wonderful map that we repurposed for the game. I don't have everything listed out here, but that's your house up here. Oop. The parsonage. You're right next to Bruno's shop. Tavern down here. Angelstone in the center of town. Dilapidated building. And the old church. So.
What's the name of the church? Sorry. Is it the parsonage?
No, the parsonage is where you guys live, up here in the corner.
Oh, so we live right next to Bruno.
You live right next to Bruno.
Okay, and wait, what's the church? I'm not very good with my eyes.
I
what's
keep
the,
trying to ping, but it's not roll 20.
What's the name of
The grid?
P6? Yeah, what's the grid value?
E9.
You sunk my battleship.
It's right next to the clock tower.
Got it. Thank you, boss.
Indeed. So, if you'll take an old woman's advice, the tavern has rooms. They're not nice and they haven't been cleaned in a while, but they've been cleaned much more recently than that shithole you're in. You might want to stay here for a night or two, at least get a dry bed before you start working on things.
Well, shit, that'd at least
That'd be very
allow us to
nice.
start helping, start like getting more funds and whatnot into the economy.
Wait, are we like paying for the rooms? I'm confused.
Yes.
Got it. That's not part of the daily stipend.
No, and I'm sure you're going to get gouged on them, but it is the only place to sleep in town.
All the more reason to fix up the house.
I mean, you may be able to get into someone's stable for less. Or it stays pretty dry by the trees by my office. Like, you can sleep in there. I don't know if it's going to rain or not.
Hmm.
We haven't had a druid here for a long time.
Well, let's
I-
hope that what we can do can maybe lift the spirits around here just a little bit.
Boy.
Seems like we got a lot of tasks. And,
Like the fish. So
I
the
think
road
we
to
can
the river, I think
we
that's
can
what
hop
she's
to those first thing in the morning.
I think we should get the fish because I know that if I had a river of mac and cheese, I would want to get there. And if they really want fish, we should get them the fish. That's like their mac and cheese.
They may
Oh,
not
wow.
even like fish. They just remember people talking about fish.
Well, like
You know,
bringing
if there's a 1
restoring
chance out of 10 that it's their mac and cheese. That's
restoring a memory is giving access to the outside.
bless you.
Thank you. All right. Well, do you have any questions before I let you have your night? I'm sure you look weary from your travels and want to get to bed.
We found gems. Where would we go to evaluate the value of such gems and trade it in for possibly monetary values or even home services?
Well, you're going to want to go to Garl's.
Garls? Like Carl's with a G?
Yeah. Go into the center of town, find the Angel Stone. You'll see the big church you're interested in. To the left of that, you're going to see an open air thing, a stand, and then like you go behind there. There's a building. All of that's Garl's. He's kind of a merchant, or at least he like is the one that everyone kind of puts their stuff through.
Maybe he'd have ideas of how to reach other places.
That can be.
Well, I don't know about all of that.
I have
But
another question. On the table map, there's like a ruin at the fork of the river in the south. Do you know what that is?
aye, it's hell on earth.
Oh. Like demons?
Can you like
Elaborate.
Yeah, why do you refer to it as that?
Because that's what everyone calls it.
Is there
I've
a
never been there, you
folktale
see.
or a fairy tale as
I
to
don't
why
know.
it's
Yeah.
the name?
I'm sure there is some truth to it, or there was at one time, or there isn't now. I don't know. I've never left this village.
Is there anyone here still around who's been there before?
Oh no.
Do you guys have any sort of equivalent of a town library, maybe with like history, and just also so we can learn more about whatever there is of the surrounding area, and just based on what you guys have
Yeah, we have the archives.
left. Ooh, if at some point I would love to get a look at that, if that's okay.
Well, they're in the office, my house, whatever you want to call it. Come by.
Much appreciated.
Yeah. Not a lot of guild stuff in there because they keep their own records, but you're welcome to look through. Everyone is. You live here now, so for at least the next 2 years, you're one of my citizens. So, all the rights and responsibilities of everyone else, except that now you can go out in the wilds and get killed, and we'll stay here in the Angel Stone and complain about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, dying doesn't sound like that much fun, so I'm really not looking to get into that whole thing.
Well, no, I can't imagine it is. But yeah, you're welcome to come by. And we don't have like a library. We're not fancy people like you from the Citadel, but we do have archive, and I know how to read if you don't. And one of the couple of us here do.
I had a question. But my mom always said it was impolite, but you seem to be a very straightforward person. How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. I'm I think I'm 18.
You think?
How old are you?
18?
My daughter's 18.
What month is it?
Call it.
He's
for-
17.
I'm 17. I'm 17.
You're almost 18 in
I'm almost
a
18.
couple of months.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm bad at thinking sometimes.
We need to
My
Call
get,
it like
daughter is
August.
a wonderful young woman.
need to get you a razor. Look at you. Look at this.
I mean, you look like a handsome fella. I'm sure she'd be interested.
Underneath all that.
You wanted a
I-
quarter?
Wait,
I'm
wow.
I
Wait,
think I'm
really?
good for now.
This is
It's a little direct, and also, yeah, I'm real so busy with everything.
I mean, if you're not interested, maybe your brother is.
I also, it's really kind of
Or
not a
one
good
little
time.
fella there. Just somebody that's not from this village.
He's great.
It's,
Hey,
why are
Borum,
you,
are you looking for
I
a
can hear
girlfriend?
you. I heard.
Are you looking for a girlfriend?
No, I am looking to try to help this village
guess-
first and foremost.
Hey,
I'm
there's a problem, and there's an illegible bachelor. You
I'm
can
sh-
solve that problem pretty quick.
I'm sure your daughter is a wonderful person, and we look forward to meeting her.
Yes.
As far as our business here, though, it seems we've covered most of everything. But is there anything you personally need that we might be able to help with?
Other than marrying your daughter.
Except for that, we can revisit that maybe in a year.
Like, no personal offense, though, obviously. I'm sure she's wonderful.
But like you,
Me personally, I want to-
Mrs. Goodhub? Yes,
Mrs. Good Hope.
Mrs. Goodhub.
Married my second cousin. Remember, I told you
Yes,
that.
yes,
a bit
that's
ago?
right. Yes, that's right. I
Why I'm trying to get my daughter married to someone who's not one of her cousins.
So we really need to move quickly on the river plan and the clearing the path to the portal. But is there anything you, Belinda? Can I call you Belinda?
Boy,
Is there anything you need?
I need you to make peace with the villagers. I need the field to keep on sending people. I need to not have to worry about my daughters marrying their cousins. I need to not have to worry that the angel stone's going to fail and all of us are going to get eaten in the middle of the night. Because there's no one here to protect us. I need a lot of things, young man.
All very
You
valid
sound
concerns.
very stressed.
We will do everything we possibly can to
I
make
feel
all of
very
that
much
happen,
support.
except maybe the daughter thing. It won't be one of us necessarily, but we can. If we open the path, we promise she will have non-cousin options.
Like, good ones, too.
Yeah, like
Like
there's some
doctors,
lookers in the Citadel.
People with careers,
I always hear people talk about, man, I wish I could just go live by a little
Yeah.
village by the river.
There's all, like, plays where, like, that's, like, the premise.
Mhm.
Like a small town
Mhm.
girl.
Yeah,
Living in a lonely world.
we will prioritize every single thing that you just said.
Every one of those are our number one priority.
Yes,
Everyone's your number one
They're all
priority.
tied for number one.
Yeah. What's your number two priority?
Probably
Probably
having a bath.
giving him a bath,
myself,
yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because I
It's-
just met you, but
We're
yeah,
all-
I was busy saving orphans.
We're
so,
all aware of it. Okay, all right, we get it.
I
You
think
get
it
the
was a
orphan
cool thing I
thing.
did. I think
You
it
can
was a
just
cool
say
thing I did.
children. You don't
the
have to
orphanage didn't
specify
have a
orphan.
bath.
I didn't have time. I had to come back to see my friends because they were coming to help you, and I didn't want to be slow. And they needed me. They got attacked by zombies, and I saved all their lives. So
Let's let him have
It
this.
was a group
Oh.
effort.
Let's let him have this one.
So that legend's true.
He's a hero.
what legend?
The Hangman's tree. It really exists.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we totally
killed it.
we got beat up.
Alice set it on fire.
It threw me in the air.
Yeah, that's what I heard of the legends.
Yeah, and
I
like
thought they just told that to us when we were children to keep us scared and inside the stone.
No,
it's
we
very
like
real.
fully
You would
fought
have
it.
been killed as a child.
Yeah,
No, it's
Probably
terrifying out there.
yeah.
I know
You
once
tell 'em.
when I was a kid, they like dared me to run out, like me and my friends, and like we're like 15 feet out, and then like got scared and ran back. My father saw it, tan my ass so hard.
I mean, even that is very brave.
So
Yeah.
3 years ago, a young man thought he could make it to Prince Harbor, went out on his own, never came back. It seems
What?
to be the general case.
What? This young man Did he like fight with something?
I'm assuming he did and lost.
No, but like no, like what did he use to fight? And does he have family still here?
Oh, you mean like how could we identify him if we ever
Yeah.
ran across maybe him or his belongings?
I'm guessing a pitchfork if he was lucky. We don't have much in the way of weapons here.
Are there like is there a family crest situation in Good Hope? Or is it just all right, I'm gonna take that as a no.
We're not the young fancies that you see in the Citadel. I told you we don't stand on ceremony here in Good Hope.
Well then.
Okay. I think that's my
Most folk around here don't even have a second name. Their
'Cause-
family name
because
is
the
just a
cousin
family
thing.
name.
Yeah, the
Well, there's
cousin
that
thing.
too, but just when your families lived on the same farm for 1,000 years, you don't need a name. You're just the ones that live down on the old farm, the one that's by the oak tree, and not the one that's by the maple.
Does anyone else have any questions? Because I think I know what I need to do.
I think we're good.
Seems as if we are getting a good sleep, but then we are planning to open up the river and bring in floods of both
Yeah.
water and fish and blood.
And feel free to let the people know that that's kind of our first big task. They'll probably be skeptical or something, but just
Yes.
so that when we return and we've accomplished our task, they'll know that they can trust and that we honor our word.
So yeah, it seems like the general thing I think is what we're gonna get, like what we need to get settled here, and then we'll start on those bigger projects.
Well then, the office is on the south side of town. Come by if you have any questions or you need anything or you just want to chat or if you want to meet Amanda.
I assume Amanda is your daughter.
I'm sure we'll all be speaking very soon. For tonight,
I'm sure she's looking forward to it.
So, the inn where the beds that we're gonna, I guess, pay for tonight. Where should we go for those?
Here.
Here,
It's a
in this
tavern.
building? Okay.
Yeah.
Just pay the
barkeep.
Oh, did you get these drinks for us, by the way, or do we need to pay for them?
No, they're on me.
Oh,
Thank
that's nice. Thank you. Would you like a round of shots?
No.
Okay.
Could be fun.
Maybe in my younger
Wow,
years.
that's normally the question I ask.
Could be fun. Come
Well,
on.
you're a spry 43.
Come on. Belinda. Come on.
Just
I
one
got work
shot,
in the morning.
Just one.
So do we. We got work in the morning. It'll be fine.
Just
Just
one.
one.
Like
Just one
is
little-
one shot gonna fuck you that
To
much?
celebrate the new beginnings for Good Hope.
On
And
us.
this one will be on us.
Actually, on me.
All right.
Hey, barkeep, could we get a
Drink
round
slinger.
of shots?
Oh,
Is that really how you're going to do it?
Me.
I'm gonna go. Barkeep, mister, can we please get 6 shots of tequila and lime slices and salt if you have it. And if all of those
don't
make no sense, just get me 6 shots of liquor of your favorite.
All you got is the rye.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So he pours 6 shots of whiskey.
How much does that short me?
This will be 5 gold apiece.
All right. That sounds like a fair deal.
Let's start some goodwill in Good Hope. Slam 5 down on the table.
Each.
6.
Each. I 5
No,
for myself. Yeah.
I paid for everyone.
Okay.
I've got you guys.
I slide
Here's
5
30
over.
gold, sir.
I want to slip 5 into Dame's pocket.
Dame does not notice.
Thank you. He like does the whole like sets up the 6 shot glasses, pulls like a dusty bottle out, pulls the cap out with his teeth, pours the shots.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing but the best for the heroes from the Citadel.
Well,
Thank you. That's very kind of you. How much is an inn, and how much does it cost for 5 people to sleep here?
Well, normally it's a silver a night, but for you, a gold.
Oh, was that special? Thank you. That's really nice to give us a
it's
deal.
not how that works.
Here's a gold.
We appreciate the hospitality. To Good Hope.
I
Ugh.
Smooth.
it is about I don't know
Stuff.
Gnarly.
150
Fire
proof.
in the blood.
Smooth
Ugh.
stuff, boss.
I just mildly just rage just flares a little bit. I'm just like
Smooth stuff, boss.
I love it. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
This is like 3 parts Everclear, 1 part whiskey.
wonderful.
All right.
Have you ever thought about adding cinnamon?
I don't
What's
think
that?
they have cinnamon.
I will somehow personally find you cinnamon. So whenever you make this, you just put it in the bottle when you want it to start fermenting, and you just let it sit in the cinnamon. And that's kind of like a fiery sweet.
Like that one spell.
Cone of cold?
No, the
Well,
other
I mean,
one.
eventually I'll learn that, but
Lightning
no, fireball. Because
Yeah.
every wizard learns how to cast fireball. I just kind of got started a little.
Yeah, that sounds like what that spell would taste like.
Oh. Sounds like college kids would really be into it, but like
I don't
not
think
really.
they know what that is here.
I feel like college kids would die if they were drinking this.
You
All right.
underestimate
Well,
our power.
this is very kind of you. Here's a gold for my bedroom. Thank you so much. You've been very nice. What is your name?
What?
I'm talking to the
We've-
barkeep.
Oh,
What's
I
your
thought you
name?
meant Belinda.
His name is Diggory.
Diggory? Well, it's nice to meet you, Diggory. Is there anything we can help you with?
Well,
We just gave him a bunch of money.
I have a son.
Oh.
Yeah, what about him?
His name is Tedrick, and
I'm going to
there's
shoot
not a
you.
lot of choices here.
Yeah?
I'm giving you a story a lot. We're going to have to open up
can
the
I-
bloodline
If
trades.
your
I'm
friend
thinking.
there is looking for a date.
Can I roll perception for upside down pineapples in the room?
What?
For anyone who catches that reference, it's going to be hilarious.
Oh, ew.
Well, they don't have cinnamon. Why would they have pineapple?
No, like it doesn't even have to be a real pineapple.
I know.
Just
I know. What
any
you're referencing. I know what
perception
you're
for upside down pineapple shapes.
No, there's nothing of that.
Okay, well, these people are giving off similar vibes.
All right. Okay, well, we will help you by getting new blood in the city as soon as possible, sir.
We will make sure
Oh.
the dating pool will be bigger
It'd
ASAP.
be interesting to have some different kinds of liquor here too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he's got is the rye, and he like points up at the bar, and you realize that like nobody's made any new booze in a long time, based off the amount of dust on each of these bottles.
Oh,
But-
and we didn't grab the we should have grabbed the forest beer.
We will make sure that all the different liquids will flow once again. In
Somebody
I don't like how
named
you said
Corby
that. I do
made
not
all
like
of
how
this.
You said that. I'm going to go to bed.
Mhm.
Oh, is there a bath here, by the way, that I can use?
Yeah.
it's like a problem
Awesome.
now.
Thank you.
Get another copper.
A copper? Okay, here you go.
Yeah, but the silvery kind of copper.
Oh, okay, here you go.
Hopefully, if we do our job, it'll only be a few more days of this.
All right. Anything else in the tavern, or is everyone ready to take
We
a
go-
rest, a bath, maybe?
I think Damien should have to roll for how clean he gets to determine, because he may need more than one bath.
That's not how baths work. You can't be bad at taking a bath.
That's not true.
Not
I know
6.
many people who are bad at taking a bath.
All right. Well, Damien is not your kind of people. He's a clean boy.
You can roll to see how cold the water is, though.
All right.
Well,
just
last
flat
week
20.
he was a greasy boy. This week
Yeah,
he's clean.
it's a-
Pick one.
D20.
7.
So,
Pretty cold.
yeah. 7 degrees Fahrenheit, 7 degrees above freezing.
What? 0 Fahrenheit isn't freezing.
You're right, it's not.
It's
It's
well
Celsius.
below freezing.
What are you, a Canadian?
Yes.
Good. I don't trust
Aspiring,
Yanks.
maybe.
I don't
Um,
trust Yanks.
So, cool.
All right. Thank you. Good night.
Does Damien shave?
No. Damien's
Still
greasy
full
fucking
scraggle.
beard is it's a mainstay now.
Well, no, if he's taking a bath, he's got to wash.
We watched it, but it's still like
It's
Like-
like the greasiness isn't a literal greasiness. It's an intrinsic property of the beard. No matter how much he cleans it, it still just looks like he's depressed. It's not it's not an actual cleanliness issue. It's a psychosociological one.
mhm. He's spiritually unclean.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of frayed scraggles. All right. Yeah,
Good night.
I think we're gonna sleep.
All right. So you guys go up and you sleep. It's the first bed you slept in a couple of days. You didn't get a chance to sleep in many before. The rooms are filthy, but not like filthy in like a bunch of people have been here. Filthy in like a 3 inches of dust, and they didn't bother to dust any of it before they sent you up. Not a lot of people passing through Good Hope that need the tavern.
Verity's just
So.
gonna press to digitate. Hmm. They are not liking the dust.
Excuse
Good
me.
morning. Is the morning now?
I think at
Do we
some
get
point I
attacked in
would
the
have
middle of
in
the
the
night?
night come to Verity's room and been like, Verity, can you press the digitation? My room is really bad.
Yeah, give me a second.
The hulking mass in your doorway.
go
It's like,
and just
You're gonna go to his
Going.
room? Isn't that betraying Damien?
I can't breathe. It's really dusty. And
I
all
would-
they don't even have a broom here.
All right, I'll clean it up.
Thank you.
Dancing
Don't
lights.
go in.
And, like, the door's
Just-
open. Stop.
Just do it from the hallway.
It doesn't have the
But if Damien
range
sees, he's gonna get the wrong idea.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you argue with the shadow.
He's not gonna get the wrong idea. Like I understand I make poor decisions. I would never
I
do
trust my brother implicitly.
I mean, you don't have to do the whole thing. If you could just go like the bed.
the bed,
area,
yeah,
then
no,
then it would
because
be
you
okay.
don't want to wake up with allergies, because then you'll feel like shit.
Why didn't he just like beat it off?
I just want to be able to sleep.
Because then it'll be in the air, and then he'd still be breathing it. Prestidigitation gets rid of it.
It seems really convenient.
Thank you so much.
It is my favorite cantrip. It means I can clean stuff and I don't have to, and it's wonderful.
You're really good at it. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good night.
You can go back to sleep. You're just full, like, immediately pass out again.
No problem. Have a good night.
He's my friend. I can tell him to have a good night.
Yeah. Just thinking that like
If it were
Is it-
Alice, I would have told her to have a good night. If it was Borum, I would have told him to have a good night. If it was Damien, I would have told him to have a good night. Anyone who came to my door and then walked away, I would tell them to have a good night. And you too, Paddy. Have a good night.
good night.
You got to figure out like how you're feeling about this thing, because you keep freewheeling around.
Said good night.
All right.
Stop talking to me.
Oi, Wizard Maid, I heard you're giving out cleanings.
Oh, so you're still up. Oh, okay, all right. I'll they go and prestidigitate Alice's room.
Thank you, Shotzi.
Anytime.
All right. So the only person who didn't get their room cleaned was Damien.
What about Borum?
And Borum.
Oh, Borum. I forgot about Borum. Sorry.
Damien is terrified at the thought of talking to Verity late at night.
I thought you and me were role playing being asleep until he said you wake up.
Oh yeah, no, I was.
Yeah, I was just copying you.
Is it morning yet?
Yeah.
Ugh. Morning,
Okay.
everyone.
I'm gonna roll out my mat, do some 7-foot downward dog.
Go eat. Hey, Diggory.
Your pose.
Yeah.
Hi. Good morning.
You want some breakfast?
Yeah.
All right. He hands you a boiled turnip.
Did you sleep well?
Yes.
Cool. This is a cool turnip. Do you have salt?
No. We ran out of that about 20 years ago.
Do you have a cook?
My wife.
If you ever need a +1, I can help. Not like wait. Whoa. Wait.
You're 100% sure there's no pineapples. Are you sure?
Wow.
Like I can help with whatever, but
If I hit a
I'm
nat
like a
20,
good cook.
this whole town is swingers.
I'm a good cook.
Well, that seems weird to me.
Why?
You don't picture like warriors and cooks at the same time. Like,
Well, I always thought that if you have a full belly, you stab things better, and you're more likely to have full belly if you like putting things in your belly. So you need to learn how to cook. Also, because you're on the road all the time, you need to know how to cook.
fair.
And also, with the things you can kill, you can then cook them if they're not like people.
You eat people?
No, God no. It's bad. That's wrong. That's one of the things God says is wrong. Do you believe in a God?
You hear a small voice in the back room go, "The adventurers eat people." And then hear a door slam.
Oh, I don't eat people.
Yeah, that's good
well,
to know.
I mean, maybe in certain contexts, but anyway,
Oh,
oh, do you believe in God?
I come out of my room with just a man bun and like my burlap like mat that I used to do meditation on rolled up, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about?"
Turnips and cooking. I was asking if you believed in God or a God.
You gotta relax, dude.
I'm just making small talk.
We should go to that temple though. And then maybe you can talk about people. You can talk about all that stuff in there where people choose to hear about it.
No, I think it's a good topic of conversation.
Diggory, right?
Yes.
Do you want to hear my little brother talk about God?
God, especially. Everyone knows that God's died 1,000 years ago.
See, that clears that up.
Well, he said
So-
not especially. It's just not his favorite thing. Wait, what would you want to talk about?
I want to talk about what we're gonna do today because we have a lot of
Oh.
shit to do.
Good point. We need to go see Garl about
Everyone
the
up yet?
stuff.
Yes, Carl.
And then after that, we need to go figure out how to. I think we need to start just surveying the area and figuring out how we'll make a path to the river, and probably go kill some things.
Probably.
I would also posit we should also make their house livable.
Mm-hmm. So we
Well,
don't have to pay to stay here every night. Although,
wouldn't need stuff,
great
though.
rooms, lovely establishment, but got to make our place our own.
Maybe there's someone that has like an extra bed or some wood planks, but I
Probably,
think
yeah.
we'll need to actually go like hunt some stuff of that stuff down.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're gonna hunt wood.
Well, no, we can go chop wood
A wood
while
hunter.
one of us fights off the things that will inevitably attack us.
Do any of you have an axe or a saw?
I'm sure we could
I
find
haven't-
one.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
I mean, I have a giant sword. That's basically an axe.
I don't really do heavy lifting. I'm more of an intellectual.
If I really
Sure,
try,
so-
I could probably just rip the tree off of its base.
You could
That
also do
actually
some-
sounds
For like a
that'd be fun
sensible
to try.
sized tree, I could,
Or some controlled demolitions.
yeah, we could figure it out. I mean,
Anything.
but if there's someone around, if there's like a carpenter in town that has tools, we would love to either buy some or borrow them.
Well, yeah.
But that's
well, yeah.
wonderful.
I don't know if you're
but
going to borrow his tools, but
maybe loan them.
Flynn.
Flynn. Okay.
Old Flynn is our carpenter.
Does he have does he happen to have a child that's a bachelor as well?
Too.
Too? Yeah. Of
But
course. Are there
they're
any
young.
like
They're wee fellas.
Oh, okay. I get it. We should go see Garl. Is everybody up? Is everybody ready to go?
Borum, where are you?
Is he still sleeping? We should go find him.
Borum. Borum.
Gonna go to
Morning.
Boris.
How's
Oh, there
everyone
you-
doing?
I'm
Hey,
alright.
what's up? I think
The turnip's not my favorite, but I'm managing.
we're
Okay.
about to go to Garl's. See what we can get from those gems. Maybe get some
Um,
more info.
You don't think we should talk to Driscoll or someone else first? Like,
Well, she said that he was on like the far side of town, so I figured we'd do that after, or like take care of
Yeah,
the
I'd
like in the center of town stuff first.
fair enough.
But like we got all day. But yeah, we definitely need to talk to him, and I have a hunch that he might know what those ruins are to the south.
Garl?
No, Driscoll.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
Because he's, probably the oldest person around here.
That or potentially Bruno, depending. I don't know.
Right. So, who has the gem sack?
I
think I am having it.
You got it. All
Yeah.
right.
Alright, let's go. We're going to Garl's.
All right. You guys head over to Garl's. This early in the morning, there's only a handful of people there. And looking through like produce in the stands. Garl kind of serves as like the consignment shop for everyone in town. Like he doesn't so much like sell things as he like sells things for everyone else, and kind of serves as like the arbiter of value. So as you go, there is there stacking cabbages.
Cabbage.
I still think it's weird that this is going to be the first thing that we do.
Well, I mean, we'd have to get ourselves settled. We'll have plenty of time with the
And
information.
if we have money, then we can use that to get other stuff in town to like fix up the house, maybe, or buy tools or.
I mean, I have tools and some money. Like,
Okay, well, what do you want to do?
I I guess I just figure that most importantly is figuring the logistical side of things out. Getting more
Well,
information.
this
talking
is
to-
this is a logistical thing. I mean, we're introducing ourselves to more people around town, and this is someone we're going to be working with a lot if we find more stuff while we're out there.
And somebody
I
who
mean, he'd be the point of interest to do that interaction,
And
that
he-
exchange with.
he probably
Yeah, I don't
knows.
mind talking to him. I just don't think it's important to be like, "Hey, here's gems."
Well, I figured we'd chat him up. He's probably somebody who knows everybody in town.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I just want to make sure the priority is not selling the gems as it is talking.
it's a point of
introducing.
introduction. It's a point of introduction.
Okay.
So yeah, there's an ogre stacking cabbages in the open air part. And then a door that there's no way Dominic is going to fit through standing up. Into a very fancy, glittery painted sign that says Garl's Glitter Gulch. Or excuse me, Garl's Glitter Globe.
It is very sparkly. That is quite nice.
I think I'm gonna wait outside, guys. I don't know if I can. I mean, maybe, but I don't want to break anything. There's probably a lot of important stuff in there.
You have to meet the people. You have to come in here. You have to hurt your look back a bit for the sake of our community building.
Sure. I just don't want to be rude, but
Just don't move so
taking
much.
up a bunch. All right, I'm gonna take this off, and then lean my sword up against the side of the house, and then shove myself in there. How you said
As you get ready to go in, the ogre looks at you and he's like, "Don't worry, you'll fit."
Thanks, man. What's your name?
Tarek, but everyone just calls me Tiny.
Karek.
Tarek.
Perek.
Tarek.
Perek.
Tarek.
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 You say
Tarek.
it the exact same way every time.
Which do you
Tarek.
prefer, though? Which do you prefer?
Well, I don't know why everyone calls me Tiny. I'm not tiny.
It's probably an irony.
Me neither.
You're really tall.
Thanks.
I'm really tall too.
So we got to meet Garl right now. We can hang out later and talk about height being a thing later.
Okay.
Yep. He's really nice, but this
Sounds like it.
this is gonna take forever. So we continue in.
All right. So you go in, and even though it doesn't look like you would be able to fit inside the building, what you discover it as you squeeze through the door is that the floor is about 3 feet lower than the roof. You just can't see it from outside. So there is room barely for you to stand in here. Behind a counter is a middle-aged gnome with horn-rimmed glasses, a shock of green hair, that's almost in an anime cut. And he looks at you as you come in and he's like, "I must be the heroes come to save us all."
Yes. Yes. How can we
Holy
save
knows.
You
Yes, our intention is good.
are you Garl, I presume?
I am.
Nice to meet you. Giant hand.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you. What can I do for you?
Well, we figured you'd be the man to meet since it seems like you've got most of the shopping stuff. So you'd know everyone, just about.
You could say that. Everyone comes through me at some point.
Um,
And we have stuff that we
yeah,
can sell.
we heard that you're the person who, knows a lot of people, knows a lot of things. And so since we're new here, we were thinking maybe we could talk to you and, I don't know, get the lowdown about the people, the area, notable things from a local, an established local, and then maybe take a look at some stuff we have and see if I don't know if you can tell us anything about it.
Okay, I think that's right. Yes. Let me just make sure that yes, okay. Perfect. Before I show you guys all my notes. Well, yes, I could take a look at what you've got. I'd give you a fair price for anything you want to sell. Not just today, but at any time while you're in here. My understanding is that you will be trying to make as much money as you can to get out from underneath your debt to the guild.
Yeah.
It's not our primary concern, but it's
Yeah,
It's like a
something.
side concern.
It's something. But by all means, trust that our main goal is not to get out of here as fast as possible.
How do you resell these gems?
Well, I don't.
Just keep them?
Well, eventually someone will want to buy them.
Oh,
Perhaps you,
wait, why would we sell you a gem and then rebuy a gem?
because you discover later that you have a need for it, and then you come see old Garl. And I give it back to you at a fair price. What, I sold it to you plus a small fee for holding on to it for all that time?
Wouldn't you be able to get a lot more from like trading with other villages around?
Well, yes, I would, but shortly after I set up shop, the guild stopped sending adventurers to escort me.
So if we did that, we'd be helping you?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Cool.
were here before they stopped sending people?
Yes.
How old are you?
You can't. You gotta stop just asking people.
Old enough.
At least 57.
I remember things that most have forgotten.
And you have forgotten your age. Cool. But that's cool. But yeah, if you need us to like escort you to another village where you could sell and like make more money because you're addressing needs in different places because there's different levels of scarcity for those needs. We can do that.
We have confidence that we will be able to reopen supply lines.
Yeah, because one of our plans is to clear out the pathway between here and the portal, and then the sirens have their path from the portal to Pine Harbor. So once we get there, the path to Pine Harbor would be easy enough to start on that, and then we can work our way up to other villages through the portal park. And
There's probably actually, if we clear a way to the portal, there's probably a high amount of potential. I've heard a lot of people want to taste fish. You could probably make a lot of money buying, trading the gems for fish there, and then you bring the fish back here, and you sell
Start
the
a whole
fish here.
fish market.
And maybe set up an event where someone knows how to cook fish well.
Fish festival.
Wait a minute. Why aren't we the ones doing this?
Unlike the yokels here, I remember fish. And Yes, in theory, that's a great idea. How do I keep the fish fresh for the 3 days between there and
Salt
here?
fish.
There's gotta
Salt
be salt, and then we could also find a spell for that.
But you also salt the fish. So if you put a lot of salt on a fish, it dehydrates it and it keeps it safe.
So about these yokels, that you speak of, are there any that we should maybe watch out for besides the one dwarf that we all keep hearing about? Or perhaps maybe that some that we should, like, if we can get in good with them, then we can maybe lift the spirits of Good Hope and gain their trust quicker than just doing random errands.
Have you ever owned dogs?
We have one a long time ago, but why?
Have you ever seen what happens if you don't feed dogs for a while and then you throw them meat?
See where you're going with this.
Are we the meat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
But
they're not
couldn't
going
that
to eat
be
us, are they?
couldn't that be a good thing? Couldn't they, if they're craving help that much, couldn't that be
Oh, I
you
was
know?
thinking like the fact that multiple people have told us about their children.
Yes.
So
I hope you're prepared.
wait. Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, same old.
As a metaphor. So okay. I was thinking they were gonna be like really excited to have help, but that's a so that way would definitely work for sure. That's an option. It's one option we have. You know, Ms. Goodhope says that there's not exactly a leader, but is there, who you have your ear to the ground. You know more people than most probably on a personal level. Who is somebody that everyone kind of looks up to, listens to, who really runs things around here?
Belinda's too modest. Without her, this town would have fallen apart 20 years ago.
What was 20 years ago when like her father passed?
20 years ago is when her father retired.
Ah.
So she really is the de facto leader around here.
And is there any
Yes.
other sort of, I don't know,
She has
crunchy, fresh
an
gossip?
unusual talent at settling arguments.
She does have a great sense of humor.
Good to know. But yes, Verity brought up a good point. Any hot goss going on around the town? Any gossip? Avenues to pursue.
This is a town of a few hundred people. There's no gossip. News travels fast in a small town. Maybe you've forgotten that. Maybe
But
you are
isn't that
from the
what-
Citadel.
But
That
isn't that
doesn't-
what gossip is too? Like I had someone tell me I ate people. I don't eat people. But they thought
I
I ate,
heard that you ate people.
but I
News-
don't.
Exactly. See, news
See,
traveling
gossip.
fast doesn't
Doesn't
always
mean
mean
it's
people are
true.
being upfront with each other.
Anyway, can you appraise? We need to appraise these gems still, right? Sorry, I questioned the economics of your business.
No, it was a fair question.
I'm
yeah.
To
firmly-
answer your gossip question, no, I can't think of any. It's not to say that things don't happen from time to time, but it's pretty uneventful right now.
Well, hopefully we can change that.
Yeah, we're really just kind of trying to gain any information we can on like who or what to.
And then and in terms of services that like we ourselves like can provide as that we received in our training, for me, like I'm actually a tattoo.
We provide many unique skills.
I should help sell.
But it sounds like people are probably going to be maybe a little standoffish until we do something big, like clear the path to the harbor.
You understand also that it is late summer. It is time to pull in the harvest. People are too busy for nonsense.
We are no nonsense. Absolutely, sir.
I mean, the harvest is also a time for people coming together, so I mean, that's something we could use to our advantage. That
Maybe.
social aspect of it.
We can maybe host something. If we can bring in a haul of new ingredients and supplies.
Ooh, that's smart. Like
Yep.
a showcase.
Mm-hmm.
And they did tell us that they're supposed to have a representative come within like.
Yes.
But yeah, I think we should appraise our gems, and then after
Yeah.
that we can go fix
Yeah,
your
we-
problems.
We can let
Well,
you
show me what you've got.
We can leave
Alice?
you to your day.
I'm gonna pull them out and just sprinkle them onto the table.
It's a
Yeah.
sprinkle of gems.
Well, it is quite the haul you have here. Don't think that anyone in the village is going to need these for any time soon. So, they're going to have to sit in my display case for a while. It's going to take me a bit to move them. I could give you 100 gold for those. For the lot.
Hmm.
We actually found these at what was the name of that tree? The legend they have for it
The
again?
hangman's
hangman.
Yeah, we
tree.
actually found these at the hangman tree of all places. So maybe, that adds a little rarity to it because of where they're from.
Oh, I'm sure that the collector here in town will come and pick them up right away.
Well, that'll be you.
Alice.
Yeah.
Does it seem like he's saying the truth? You know how rocks work.
A
I
little
feel like
bit.
he's undercharging us, and we should keep these until we can sell them at the Citadel instead.
Can I use my own appraise check of the?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Of course.
Dueling
Oh.
appraise checks.
Dueling appraise checks. That is a 22.
He is so lowballing you. I mean, like, not just lowballing you, but like, you would guess that these gems are worth minimum 250.
Like one of them would be worth 100 by itself.
Well, you've got like a sack of them, so I don't know if
Yeah.
any single one would be, but like, that lot's worth almost 3 times as much as he's offering you.
Okay.
We just make eye contact with Alice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to do a bluff check to try and do a secret language about this. That's not going to go very well. Can I do a sleight of hand? Just do like 3?
Yeah.
Flash
Okay.
the number 3.
See if this works. That is a 19. Uh-oh. Doing perception checks.
Do we?
And he got a 15 on his perception. He did not notice.
I just like
I think it's worth 3.
so.
Time.
And he turns to Alice.
3 o'clock is when we are supposed to meet Belinda. So I think actually,
We can hold on to these.
like you said, no one's gonna come for them anytime soon. So I think actually we should just hold on to them, and maybe if somebody comes into town that's looking for this kind of thing, we can talk to them.
All
I mean,
right.
it doesn't
nice
mean
meeting you,
anything
though.
until we get all the trade opened back up, anyways.
Cash in hand.
I think we'll let's hold on to it.
Cash in hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Because
Can you eat those gems?
we're gonna be going out of the village, so like maybe
we
we'll
have
run into
rations.
somebody who can actually use them. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Well, should you change your mind or find anything else of value, you know where to find me. I never leave.
Hopefully,
Why?
we hope to change that very soon.
No,
Also,
even then, I would send Tiny.
yeah, I was about to ask, who's your man outside, stacking the cabbages? How do you know him?
I hired him.
Oh, from where? Where did he come in from? Hired
Out
him, like,
there.
was he just out
One
there?
day he wandered into town.
Oh. And just started stacking things?
Well, no, nobody gave him anything to eat, and we didn't have anyone to kill him. So I hired him.
I mean, he wouldn't have been able to get in
That's very good of
to the boundaries if he was malicious in the first place.
That was our assumption. I mean, we also didn't know if the Angel Stone had stopped working because we were abandoned.
Fair
Yeah, it
enough.
was really fucking stupid on the guild's part.
Um,
Like, oh, you lost paperwork.
But it's
But
good that you
people.
gave him a job.
He's a hard worker. Strong back, not strong mind, but
Seems like he has a good heart.
that I have a good heart. No, I have
No,
a wide wallet.
That he. Well, I don't know if I. Wide wallet.
I'm
Does
taller
he-
than you when I sit on it.
Does he remember anything about the lands outside of the Angel Zone, the safe area?
He was kicked out of his tribe. Banned, I'm not certain what they call them when you're an ogre, but he was the runt and they didn't like him. So he came to a place where he would not be the runt. So with yon fellow there, maybe he is again.
I'll make sure not to make it a point of. I won't rub it in.
All right.
Um,
Anything else at Garl's?
I guess not. Seems like he doesn't really. Seems like we're probably just gonna have to go do stuff if we want to learn stuff.
I think before we
Outside
start
of-
selling things, before selling things, we need to actually like create an ability for those sales to be worth it.
Yes.
A city, I feel
Yes.
like the city's lack of trade makes it not particularly
Yeah.
economically viable.
But other than
When
he's
did Damien take math classes?
I was always really into math. Just I don't like reading.
That's why you don't know your age.
No, I just forget.
That is math.
I'm forgetful.
his birthday is literally in like 2 months.
I'm so excited.
But yeah, well, that's one of two people who probably in town who probably know a lot about the most about the area.
So Driscoll is next, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can go chat him up. I think cover all those loose ends. I guess not loose ends, but those leads before we actually
Head out.
head out.
Okay, let's
Well,
go see
I-
Driscoll.
And then
And
once,
also, before we head out, I also kind of want house a bit.
yeah, like once we we touch all of our bases in town, then we can head out before it gets dark. I mean, hopefully it'll be a long time before then, but
It's only
Yeah.
5 miles.
yeah. So where is
Actually, you guys are in the center of town, so it's closer to like 2.5 miles.
Driscoll's house is south.
Maybe we take a quick break and then we come
that
back and pop to go see Driscoll.
That's exactly what we were going to do.
Cool.
Read my mind. So yeah, it's 8:29. We'll come back at 8:45 Eastern time, 7:45 for those of you in the heathen time zone next to me. And that'll be it.
Awesome.
Still have intermission screen, so over there and
I think
So-
I'm a nicer person when I'm blackout, actually.
Every time.
I mean, drunk words are sober thoughts.
Exactly. So I'm just a really good guy.
That's a myth.
I don't disagree.
Anyway,
I've heard.
across the town, you guys make your way through some farms to a grove of trees on the edge of town. Give me perception check.
21.
Natural 20 for 28.
Wow.
Right, we're just the most perceptive motherfucker.
Not right now.
I got a
16.
I got a
18.
29,
Yeah.
beating the natural 20, which is always fun.
We see
Oh.
All right, so up in the trees, so well built that you almost don't notice it, is a large treehouse.
Oh, that's pretty.
I've always wanted one of those.
Oh,
Go-
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
hello, sir.
we're so close. How do we knock?
Oh, wait, mage hand. Knock.
Oh, that's so smart.
And Verity's mage hand is actually like her taking control of Perdit's hand and going up and knocking.
Just watch it float up and go.
Cool.
All right, so you guys get into or send Perdy up to knock on the door. After a moment, a tall alien figure comes out of the treehouse, standing up at the kind of rail that surrounds it. Pale skin, long gold hair, tied back into like a braid. Bow slung across its shoulders. Hello.
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 We're the new group from the guild, and we're just making our way around, doing introductions and whatnot.
Hello.
My name's Damien.
Hello, Damien.
Should
Hello.
Is now a good time to talk?
Yes.
Should we come up, or would you prefer to come down?
Or do we just
I'm
keep doing
fine.
this yelling?
You're fine.
Just from here, we're just gonna yell. Like, okay, that works.
Does your throat hurt?
A little bit, actually. I think I'm coming down
if you
with
have
something.
anything to drink, that would be nice, but no pressure. No.
I breathed in a lot of dust last night. No one came in to prestidigitate it away.
You could have asked. Other people asked.
I don't need you. Like, it's cool. Not like I don't want it. The help is just like, it's not like necessary. Or
If you need help, you can ask for it.
Sir, what would you prefer to be called? I think he's thinking about it.
I think he's deep in thought.
What if
You may call me Elohim.
What if he has like 8 names?
Elohim.
Elohim?
Can you point us to
Elohim.
Driscoll?
That's my family name.
Oh,
I see.
sorry about that.
Well, Mr. Elohim, as you're probably well aware, this village has been abandoned by the guild for many decades, and as a result, much of the land outside of the village is not known. And so that is one of our tasks, is to retrace and remap the land to get it up to date. And we thought that maybe you might know the most about the area than anyone, given your stature and age. Don't ask it.
How old are you?
God damn it.
Like in a single leap, he kind of like just puts like one hand on the railing and then like vaults over it and like lands on the ground like
Whoa.
perfectly.
That looks fun.
that
That's
was
like
awesome.
reverse.
That wasn't an
We just
answer,
started
but very
clapping.
cool. Great segue.
I am old to remember when this village was but forest.
Oh, you're like the founder?
You could say I came with the village.
That's pretty
Wow.
cool. Do you have any like tips and tricks for living here? Because we're gonna be living here for a while. Like you're good at living here, clearly, because you're alive. So
When you are outside of the village, beware at all times. There's no safety.
we
If
got that one, too.
possible, return before sundown.
Well,
That's not always
It's
possible.
worse at night.
you still have the protection of the Angel Stone out here, yes? So,
Yes. But sometimes my hunts take me outside of the village.
after in all your years of watching the village grow and regress and progress, what seems to be the thing that they're missing most by not having the guild here? In the gap that in those decades that they were missing.
Good food.
We can do that.
I'm a
The
cook.
village grows everything that we need. But after a time,
Gets old.
it gets old.
Well, and you know these forests quite well. I mean, are there any unique herbs or spices or animals or anything of the like that in a specific direction that we could look in? Because we have no trouble. We have no issue with going outside of the stone's radius.
As it should be. As he talks, a strange creature hops up to him. He kind of nuzzles his leg. It has the back legs of a rabbit, but the body and front legs of a cat, with a rabbit tail, a cat head, and rabbit ears.
Who's this little guy?
This is my pet.
What's his name? Or
Carl.
their name? What?
Carl.
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 Some sort of homunculus
It is a cabot.
habit. Did you find him, or how does?
They're quite common in this area.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen them anywhere else.
Oh, so this is their natural habitat.
I like you.
What would be the easiest direction if we were trying to build a road to the nearest river for fishing?
I don't know why you would do it to the nearest river when you have the lake next to Pine Harbor.
I guess that makes sense. Oh, and then they can make fish, and then we can buy the fish. And what does the city specialize in?
Our city?
Yeah, like if you had to sell something to another city, what would you sell?
Produce.
Produce.
Was that their primary focus before they were cut off?
We grow what we need to survive.
Well, yeah, but like if they had any like particular specialties for the
Back in the day.
yeah.
before the guild abandoned y'all?
Not really. It's a farming village. Like, essentially, it's, self-sustaining. They traded some fresh produce with Pine Harbor, which doesn't have as much land because part of the Angelstone covers the lake
Got it. That makes sense.
for fish, but that was more for, like, variety's sake than, like, actual profit.
And then, like, one of our first things we're planning on doing is also making that path between here and the portal safer for travel. So once we get that situated, we'd also be able to facilitate travel if that's something you're interested or not, whatever ends up happening,
I have everything I need here.
Yeah, no, it's a really nice setup. Like, also, like, being up, it's a good vantage point.
Yes. What is your perspective of Good Hope? You've seen it everything from the beginning. Like, what has been your, I don't know. What have you noticed is, like, what makes this village go? The Good Hope name, even. I don't know. It seems like they have what they call an archives, but it's, you have firsthand knowledge of the ebbs and flows of this village over time.
What is it you're asking me?
Just, are there any patterns that you've seen repeated that you might be seeing happen again? Things we could potentially avoid or prevent?
No. The village is larger than I've ever seen it. In the past, we've had good harvests and good times and grown large with people, but then generally people have moved out. Without the guild here to provide that escort, people have remained in the village, and the Good Hopes have done a really good job of making sure that as they have expanded the number of, like, houses and stuff, that they haven't, like, done away with too much of the farmland or, to keep people fed. The village is probably at capacity right now. For what they can grow without going into, like, get rid of the animals to, turn that grazing land into more wheat field and, like, go into a real subsistence, standpoint.
I see.
And you said you've gone out outside of the range, but far enough so you could come back in the same day. Do you have any sort of, like, mapping that you've made for yourself of that, or?
I keep the map here.
Would
He
you
points at
be
his head.
willing to help at all in creating a physical version, or not?
Any landmarks or waypoints or anything we could look out for?
I'd be happy to share my knowledge with you.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
What is it you wish to know?
Well, like, started on a bit of a map already, and they'll pull out, and I picked up a kit to help me do it as well. And so this is what we have just based on, like, the little bit we traveled, and the map that's on the table in the bar. And so just like so if there's anything specific, maybe like, oh, there's this like like the hangman's tree. We passed the hangman's tree on our way in, so we've got that marked off. So we can go back and take care of that. So basically, if there's any like significant things like that, dangerous, neutral, or good, like just any sort of things to look out for that we can either take care of in terms of threats or maybe like bring supplies back in from the natural resources of the forest.
We live in the woods. There's all the bounty of a forest at our fingertips, animals and wood, lumber. We've deforested much of the protected area outside of my little grove here. So, giving the opportunity to get some trees back would be nice for different projects. I can't give you any specific landmarks because I don't.
It's
It's
different.
much more by feet. Yeah, like
different being there versus just
Yeah.
looking at an approximation of it.
yes, but I can tell you several days south from here, where the forest becomes swamps, you can find the razor scales.
What is that?
They're a tribe of lizard men who seem unusually friendly for their type, so I wouldn't mistake them for friends. In safer times, I've gone far enough north to where the forest becomes the plains. To our east is hills that become high mountains. I once even made it to the ruins. A horrible place.
Yeah, people were saying it's a hell on earth.
It's an apt description.
What's there?
I did not enter, but from afar I could see the dead roaming,
Well, the
rubbled
current
buildings.
skeleton.
Hmm.
Be worth clearing out one day.
And then I guess, is there anything you want from us other than what you've mentioned, like with trying to get more of a tree taking with the trees?
He thinks for a moment. You kind of see a decision made on his face. About 2 decades ago, my son went out on a hunt and never returned. I've looked for him often. We've never found him. If you find any thing to make you think you've recovered his body, I would be most appreciative.
What did he fight with?
A bow.
A bow?
Yes.
Okay. And are there any like
I
recognizable?
wouldn't say he was fighting anything. He was a hunter.
Did he have any
Any-
recognizable, I guess, like clothing or objects? I'm sorry if this is insensitive. I'm just trying to, minimize.
He had a ring. that belonged to my father. And it had magical properties. As long as you wore the ring, you felt no hunger. So I don't believe he would have taken it off.
Was it? What does it look like visually?
It's silver with a leaf pattern and a emerald stone.
All right, thank you.
We'll keep an eye out.
I'm sorry
What?
for your loss.
What's his name?
He's doing that
Off
thing.
down here, there we go.
He must
it-
know so many people.
Was Fenris.
We will look.
We'll do our best. Yeah, I mean, as it seems that we're new here, we find ourselves having a difficult time coming up with meaningful questions to ask people. We're just kind of grasping at whatever people will tell us. Is there truly nothing like of out of the ordinary going on around here other than just the lack of resources and lack of
Yep.
access? Us?
This is the most excitement I've seen in this town in 100 years.
All right. I think that answers most of our questions then. I don't know if anyone else has any questions, but I think that kind of helps us a lot on what we need to do next.
Oren,
Do
you got
you
anything?
happen to know where the last group went before they disappeared?
They set off to the northeast.
Towards the mountain?
Yes,
Do you happen to know why they went up there?
because they had not been there yet.
So they're exploring the unknown rather than going after something specific?
That was my understanding.
Okay. Have you
Okay,
heard
then.
were there any stories or tales of what might have been up there?
No, I don't believe an adventuring party had made it that far out of our area yet. They were some of the strongest adventurers I'd ever seen.
Are they guild members?
Mhm.
Oh. Well, maybe if we head that way for some reason, we can maybe
I
find out
would
what happened to
highly
them.
recommend we don't head that direction in the near immediate time frame.
I was thinking probably like a year or two from now, but
I
yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
All right, thank you, sir. I think that covers our major things. I think we should head back and sit down
like
and
we'll be in the town in
Yeah.
like the parsonage. So like if you need to come talk to us at all, or if you want us to come out to you, just like there's just get a message however you'd like.
I think yeah, I just think we should go back and make a plan of action and decide what we're doing next, because I think we've gotten the information that we need as to what our
Yeah.
priorities are and
Everything
what our
we
options
can.
are, and I think we just need to prioritize them out and figure out what the next steps are. If that works with everyone, I think we should head back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can, at most take inventory of the house and what we might need, but other than that, I think we should probably, while we still have most of the day, head out in one of the many plans we have.
Yeah.
All right, let's head back.
Please come again.
Great to meet you.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys make your way back across town. It's probably early afternoon at this point.
All right.
You get to the parsonage.
All right. So let's just sit in the living room for a second. Oh, look, you can see the sun. Anyway,
Are you swinging any of the furniture?
I am specifically not.
I'm sitting on the ground. Yeah, I think we're just
I'm
huddling up.
standing.
Verity would like prestidigitate and then before sitting on a chair.
I like poked something and it almost like started buckling, so I'm like,
No.
absolutely not gonna sit on it.
All right. So, I think from what I understand, our list of major goals right now are: one, we need to make a path to the teleportation,
Yes.
right? To the
And
teleporter.
similarly to Good
Number
Harbor.
one. Well, yeah, but
Or-
those are the same thing
Yeah.
because there's
Oh.
already a path made by the Siren 7 on the other side. So it's the
Yes.
exact same thing. As long as we get a path there, we're good. So that's number one. I think number two, the main thing I think we should focus on after that is kind of building back up a way to get trade going and like push for that. I think like the festival idea was a good one, but like some way to push trade because it seems one, we need more people here who aren't related, and number two, they're already at max capacity for food, and you know if a drought hits or something like that, I think that'll put people in danger. So we need like a very fast way to fix that problem, and to me, it's making sure we have trade routes open.
Yeah.
And then number three, this is for the citywide priorities. I think after once that's done, I think we should focus on like individual stories and individual issues that we can fix and get like easy wins. So like finding this guy's son's corpse,
Yes, exactly.
or
That's kind of
clearing
what I
ruins, or
thought we
things
were
like
going to
that.
get some of today, but it seems that we need to kind of prove ourselves first.
I think
Yeah.
I think we need to start by just making it so that we can stabilize the city and
Yeah.
create a way for trade to start. And then after that, so that's kind of I think the three main goals for us as a group when it comes to helping the city. And then for us, I think number one, the goal is to fix up the parsonage.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Number two, I think is to build some personal relationships with people in the village. Um, relationships, and I know for me, number three is to fix up the temple. I don't know for you guys what that would be.
Seems like
But
a
for me,
solo
that's my
project.
number three. But I don't know for what you guys what the third priority would be after building relations and fixing the parsonage. But to me, those are like our five top priorities, and I think we should really start by securing the path to the teleporter.
Yeah. And while we're exploring doing those things and clearing those paths, like maybe just keep an eye out for any unique ingredients
Yeah.
or
Um,
supplies or animals
I
or
would.
things like
I
that.
think we should spend maybe not a full week, but maybe just a couple of days working on fixing the parsonage. Only because, for one, that gets it all set up for us, and at least like fixing the ceiling.
Get it to a
Just
livable
so,
condition.
yeah, just like, and then we can work on like bigger improvements, like as we're in between other tasks.
So I think so. Then, if this makes sense with everyone, number one, we make the parsonage livable, right? And then number two, we head out to find a better path because I think we can't do the path we did because there's the hangman's tree. So we need to find a better path.
Well, we could go back and like
I would
actually
prefer
destroy.
to. Yes, I would prefer to go back and take care of the
All right.
tree.
So we'll start with the parsonage, and after that, we'll head to make a route to the teleporter. Or
How
those are two.
There
I
is
mean,
something to be said though. If we clear the path first, they may just let us stay at the inn for free until we fix the parsonage.
I was gonna say I don't see the parsonage as being the biggest concern.
No,
'Cause
I
if we
don't. I
go
don't
out,
think
then
it's the
it's not
biggest
gonna be.
concern. I just mean like doing minimal repairs so it doesn't incur more damage. Like just like because the amount of damage that it can occur if the elements come from the hole, like it can increase the amount of damage. So I just like even if it's just like covering that hole, like that's all I'm thinking of.
This place has stood here for probably about 50 years if no one
Yeah, and it
probably looking
doesn't
after it.
look like it has much left in it.
So I'm gonna propose.
I'm just saying it can last another week or so
I'm gonna
of
propose.
being overlooked, and if it can't, then we might have probably just wanted to have just turn it down to begin with, anyways.
I'm gonna propose maybe a different reason why we should start by fixing the parsonage, and that is I would like to head out making sure I can heal people as much as possible, and I need at least one more day of rest to make sure I can heal people as much as possible. And I think it would be at least a wise idea to use the rest of today to maybe fix up the parsonage as much as we can, sleep here, and then tomorrow head out. Is that like a good middle ground? Because I personally would rather leave making sure I can keep everyone as alive as possible.
It is something to consider.
It is a good argument.
Yeah. Then I mean, can we get it to that condition in a day? If
I
we,
think we can get it decent enough. I mean,
yeah,
I
really
used to
just gotta
build.
patch the holes.
I had to help a lot with like like buildings and stuff. I guess. During my vicarage. So um,
Having had a chance to spend some time at the house, you realize there is a shed in the back that does have some rusty but still serviceable tools in it.
Prestidigitate and mending on the tools.
Yeah, usually. So, like, you could cut new thatch for the roof for. There's not any trees around necessarily to give you like the saplings you'd need to like make the grid, but like you've got some tools to start like working on stuff.
do we want to do? Is everyone okay with doing that for the rest of today, and then tomorrow we head out? Does that make sense with everyone?
I mean, if you think it's going to be a problem, not being able to have your full power by heading out, then yeah, I feel
mean,
like we kind of have to.
I think it'll make a difference, and it's the kind of thing where if Verity or Borum gets shot by an arrow and we're one little heal away from saving their lives, I feel it would be a little bit of a mistake to have not waited.
All right, I'm measuring.
All
The,
right.
the concern is much appreciated.
I do have the capability of healing as well.
I understand that. In my eyes, it's more about maximizing our potentiality.
So you guys gonna take a full rest?
Could be a fun bonding.
I mean, like
exercise.
you guys are well on your way there. Walking around town doesn't count against the full rest.
Because the idea, I think, at least what I was proposing, everyone's good with that. Meta perspective is really just like we spend the rest of the day cleaning up the place because anyway we'd be probably wanting to head out in the morning because it's gonna get dark. So like yeah, I don't know. Like my perspective is just get the rest of the day done, relax, have a nice relaxing evening, and then head out in the morning early.
I'll roll the sleeves up, get to fixing.
All right. How are you fixing the roof?
Are you gonna do we have to actually know like carpentry stuff like us the people?
No. More I'm just trying to see if
I got the
something's
pencil
going to
behind the
happen.
ear. Isn't that not enough?
I mean, I think it would probably be some form of like climbing onto the roof.
Also, we have magic.
Like, specifically on top of like walls, so like making sure that you're not standing on something that can cave in, and then you'd probably just nail in like planks of wood, essentially.
We need to cover the holes. You can board up or replace the windows. Minimum.
I don't think we need to touch the windows right now. Honestly, like open windows is not the end of the world. I think it's mostly about like the just making sure the top hole is fixed.
And then, like, if need be, like a knowledge engineering check.
Or profession carpenter.
Yeah. Well, I don't have that one, so I'm all for knowledge engineering.
All right. Let's roll a die. What of two things is going to happen here? Let's see which of these two it is. We're just going to flip a coin. Two. All right. The good ending.
That is a piece of wood.
as you guys are working, it's going. You think it's going well. Everything. A middle-aged man walks up. He's got a ladder and a folded length of cloth. Well then, you're fixing yon roof, are you?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we couldn't get the guys out here, so we had to, kind of it's a DIY sort of thing we got going. You seem familiar.
Aye.
You got some stuff under your arm there. You coming to help out?
Well, you know what they say: happy wife, happy life.
What?
Oh, you're Good Hope's second cousin.
Well,
What the
Are you here to? If you have any pointers, we'd love to hear.
boy, the
What's
first point I have is that one there's got a mouth on him. He's going to get himself thumped sometime.
Yeah, I've been working on
Oh,
that
I'm
project.
sorry. I thought
for-
y'all were very open about it because we learned about it within about 20 seconds from meeting her. But my apologies for making that assumption. That's
Trust
on me.
me, that's a project I've been working on since I was about 3 years old.
I feel like we lost count of how many times he got for saying the wrong thing.
I have
Well,
a long-standing history and a lot of scars to prove it.
What do you think about what kind of quality bones this building has? Would you say this building has good bones?
Why are you talking like you know what you're saying, Dominic?
Bro, shut the fuck up. That's what I always
here's
heard.
not
That's
skeleton.
what I always heard the carpenter back home say. He'd always talk about the bones of buildings.
You know the buildings don't have bones; they have foundations.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's like
Is it structurally
They're not
sound?
people.
You never heard that saying before? Okay, I guess it's just a local thing. Never mind.
I mean,
Just
it
trying to make
hasn't fallen
conversation.
down yet.
How
I don't know if
far
I'd
off?
live here, but
What are you planning on doing with that ladder?
helping you.
Oh, wonderful. What love to see a friendly neighbor around here.
Yes. Well, I got here this canvas. Thought it'd help you cover that hole in your roof.
That'd be great.
Time's up. He's like, well, I can see that you're new to this.
They didn't exactly have a carpentry class in school.
No, I thought the academy taught everything.
They
Not
do have
one
a
that we
carpentry
took.
class. You just
I
didn't
guess
take it.
they after a while they make you kind of specialize, if you know what I mean.
So what did you specialize in?
Hitting things, but like real hard.
But before you became trained on that, they told us when they were here last that when they take our wee ones, they'll get 2 years of training and then decide if they go on to become adventurers. What'd you learn then?
Oh, just all the basics, the history, the math, the reading, all the all the stuff, but not they're definitely not teaching at least to my knowledge carpentry to 12-year-olds.
They offer the class.
Okay, did you take it? Did you know
No.
anyone who took it?
That's
At 12 in the first 2 years, did you know anybody who took carpentry class? They have
All right,
different, though.
I feel we are getting widely off track. Sir, thank you for helping fix our roof. Can you please pass the canvas up and show me how to do this?
So, first we got to get rid of all these boards that you put up here.
All right, got it.
They'll be rotted out in a year at this point. You need to get some good thatch up here. You got a sickle
No, I've got
or
a
a
knife.
scythe.
Yes.
So you got to be cutting like bundles, and then you tie the bundles, and you put the bundles over a long sapling that you stretch the long way across. And you got to make sure that you layer them so that when the rain hits, it goes from one layer to the next and not into your house.
Oh, so it'd be kind of tiered.
Yeah. Good for me. This here tarp will do it. I waxed it myself. So, come on, tall boy. Get up here.
Will this ladder be good? Will it just climb up?
All right. Hold down that edge. And you there. Sharp mouth. Give me the
Yeah,
hammer and nails.
here you go.
And watch. What you do is you hold the nail with your two fingers. Then you hit it with the hammer. Can you get that?
Yep.
You want to take some notes? They teach you
Nope.
how to take notes at the academy.
Yeah, I was never very good at that.
They taught you useful skills like carpentry or
Oh, I can cook.
oh,
I'm a good
so
cook.
you're a woman.
No.
Wait, what's your name, sir?
Selden. Selden Good Hope.
Ah, I see.
I mean, cooking's a woman's job.
Hey, how
I'm
about
like a little bit of an asshole.
how about a little bit less of that, a little bit more hammering?
Yeah, a little more hammering, a little less yammering, buddy.
Don't get me wrong. Women can do anything. My wife proves that. She runs this village and still has a dinner on the table for me every night.
Sounds like maybe you should be cooking for her if she's so busy running the village. Sounds like
Well,
you're kind of being not a great husband.
Yes.
what do
I
you
can-
know of husbanding?
I'm holding the
Well,
tarp.
clearly more than you, big guy.
I'm holding the tarp.
You got
down.
the list of one that got their heart broken when
Let's-
they were a teenager and never recovered.
No. No.
How does he know?
You're getting very much off track. The fact that you don't seem to be very supportive of your wife, but like, whatever, bro.
Oh, Belinda's the smartest person I know. Lucky. Pray to the dead gods every day that she keeps to put up with my ass.
Yeah, I don't know why she does that either.
Are we hammering the tarp or not? I'm
Yes,
holding.
he's doing this while he hammers the tarp.
Like, stop arguing with him. He's gonna hit my hand.
So,
Sorry that I stand up for women.
No, that's not.
Dominic.
He's not gonna listen to us.
It's not
You're
about
not gonna-
listening. It's about making him feel bad about himself.
Well, can you make him feel bad when he doesn't have a hammer in his hand?
it doesn't take too long. Like, to get the tarp nailed down. It's like, you'll need to go out and get some saplings outside the village. I wouldn't recommend it normally, but on big heroes should not be anything big for you to go out and get some saplings. Looks like there's a saw there in the shed and an ox or two. So just you know how to chop down trees, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Don't let it fall on you or one of your friends. So remember,
All right.
it's going to come down the way you chop, not the way you're not going to push it over like a monster.
I do remember that part from just childhood.
So, all right then, lads, missus. I'll be around the tune. See you soon.
Bye.
So it's like his dad is her.
No.
No,
His- No.
no, his
They
cousin.
share a great grandfather.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. Like Charles, he's our second cousin.
But I always get it
mom's
confused if
grandfather.
it's like second or if it's like cousin, like twice removed. You know
No,
that how they say that.
That's different. That's your cousins. That's how they're related to your parents' cousins.
Either way, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's like the whole vibe here, but I understand why. But also, it's like,
But like, so your cousin's child will be your child's first cousin
well,
once removed.
okay. I think we covered the tree part. I was
Yeah.
more commenting on the fact that they're
not
all
go out of
married.
our way to mention it to people
Yeah, we
because
don't
they
need
can
to.
just turn around and say, "Well, it's the guild's fault for."
Yeah, we don't need to point it out to. Like, I get why, but it's
I
still.
thought it was like
is,
an open
it still
thing.
is weird.
She mentioned it about 15 seconds into her conversation.
Yeah, but
Feels weird that he's not like on board with it being open, and she's just telling everyone. They seem to have a
Well,
mildly
it
dysfunctional
could have
marriage.
also been something to make us feel bad, even though it's not our fault personally.
I still think she made the choice to marry your cousin, but
I just
sure.
mean like we should fix the road and the road to the portal situation, like
All right, let's go to
mostly
bed.
for that.
Let's go to bed and do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we have to treat this whole thing like a garden of new sprouts, and then we have to bring in some different cultures, because if you have a monoculture, then they're all going to be very susceptible to disease. And hopefully when we bring in the people, we can sort of like breed out the sexism.
Yeah. Yes, and then if we make this like a place people want to come to, with bring in new stuff from the outside, spruce it up a little bit, maybe get a few, like that festival, get some traditions going again, like maybe maybe some they won't have to fuck their cousins anymore.
Forum, I had a question for the trip tomorrow.
Okay.
Your mom's food, can we take it out of the bag of holding and use the bag of holding to bring back stuff, or does it need to stay in the bag of holding to remain like edible?
How long will it last outside the bag?
Well, they're like trail rations, so they're designed to, be traveled with. They're in the bag of holding, so I can actually carry it because I am not very strong.
So there's not but there's enough space in it that we could put like saplings and stuff in it, or
yeah. It holds like probably a good 200 pounds, if not more.
We're
and how
not.
many
How
pounds of
close
rations
are
are in it?
Yeah.
Huh?
How many pounds of rations are in it?
Oh, I don't know. I'd have to check, but it's probably about somewhere around 50 pounds.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
sure
That's
it won't be a problem.
Okay. Awesome. I just want to ask that. Do we? I think we should go to bed.
I'm sweaty.
And sleep early, and then tomorrow. But like, I know it's like 8-ish, but like we should go to bed now and then get up really early at like
Super
4
early,
or
yeah.
5 a.m. because then we get more sun.
Oh yeah, because then by the time we head out, it'll be sun. If we head out at sunrise.
Exactly. Maximize our sun travel time. I know things. I'm a smart guy.
I wasn't trying to imply that you didn't.
How did this start?
Like positive reinforcement. If you have a good idea, I'm going to tell you had a good idea.
Okay. Thank you.
Since when are you It's okay.
Okay. I'm just
Do you
be smarter.
Do you feel like people treat you like you're dumb?
No.
'Cause, like, where are those people?
No, I don't think anyone thinks that way.
Okay, good.
No.
Because if they are, then tell me where they are.
No, it's fine.
All right.
Anyway, I think we should go to bed.
Off to bed you go.
Oh, he's gonna cuddle his partisan to sleep tonight. He's gonna
You cuddle your partisan to sleep?
like the wood part, obviously. Like he does it like so it's like lifted up, so his like feet are at the bottom of the partisan, so he's hugging about like 4 feet, under the sharp part. 'Cause he's trying not to cut himself.
He doesn't want to kill himself.
Well, all right, let's not go that far.
Roll over and just
Typical
like
teenage boy.
slice. Yeah.
Typical kids these days not wanting to commit suicide by weapon.
All right, let's see who's going to get some attention this evening.
Attention.
One. All right,
and
okay, perfect.
I'm out of carpenter mode.
Damien.
Yeah.
who cannot feel picked upon because the dice chose him. It's about 3:00 in the morning. You're asleep in your bed, and suddenly you feel just the softest little footprints walking across your face.
Gonna slowly open his eyes. And like, I think it's just a sensation that he has of, oh yeah, of course this would happen. This is how my life goes. And he's just gonna go. Verity is. Oh, I mean, who is this?
All right. So when you open your eyes, you are face to face with the biggest rat you've ever seen.
Good morning.
It doesn't seem to be more than a rat. So as you are processing this, you are fully unprepared for when the air is knocked out of you as a Tom Cabot rabbit hops its back legs into your sternum,
Whoa.
pouncing on the rat.
Why? What have I done to you, Pelas? What have I done? Have I displeased you? Is it off
That's
now?
you hear the crunch of the Cabot getting the rat. Then you feel a soft purring body curl up to you as you continue to hear more crunches of bones as the Cabot eats the rat while cuddled up to you.
Hey, buddy, are you hungry?
You don't think he has any more?
Are you just like a cuddly guy? Because I need a hug right now, actually. If you're okay with this,
It looks up at you with a blood-stained face. Rubs its head on you. It's like velvety, soft rabbit ears.
I like you, little guy. Okay, you're I'm gonna call you Jack. And he's gonna cuddle Jack, and he's gonna hold its little tummy up to his chest. He's gonna hug the partisan and Jack.
Well, Jack eats a rat in your ear.
Yes, and he's trying to go to bed. Okay, do that a little less loudly, eh? Okay. Go back to bed.
All right. It is morning.
Is Jack still there?
Yes. The rat is gone. He's cleaned himself.
Hey, Jack. Good morning. I didn't know if you were a dream or not, but I'm glad you're not.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
What's that thing?
He's my new friend. His name is Jack. He saved me from a rat.
Do you want me to talk to him?
All right.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna pick him up. He's gonna pick him up and just put him in Borum's face.
I
Oh my god, it's adorable.
Just
Talk
go
to
with
him.
it.
I don't. We can just have I can just talk to him and.
Talk to him.
Just go with it.
Hello.
Face to face.
Hello?
Yes. Hi. I do understand you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I should have asked him what he wanted me to ask you before starting this.
Ask him. Say thank you for saving me from the rat, and then ask him if he wants to be my friend.
He thanks you for saving him from the rat and asks if you want to be his friend.
He can serve me.
What was his answer?
He says yes. You may
Okay.
serve him.
Oh, can you ask him if he's a spirit sent to me by Pelas to serve?
Are you a spirit sent by Pelas to serve?
No,
He says no.
I'm a cat.
He's a cat. Rabbit.
This sounds like a test. I'm gonna assume it is. But okay, I'll serve you.
He's gonna serve you.
Can you take care of the
retire.
house? Can you take care of the house while we're gone?
Does he not?
Yes, I will relay the information.
Okay. But yes, as long as there's rats and pets, I'm here.
Right. He's gonna like aggressively pet him. You know, like kids that pet a little too hard.
It's just like ask it if it likes food that's not rats. Like, what other kind of food does it like?
Yeah, do you eat like fish? Borum, can you ask him if he eats fish?
I will translate all the information. Yes.
What other food do you like?
I've never even heard of a fish.
Oh, I'm gonna bring you a fish. You're gonna be so happy.
That checks out. No one else has.
All right, Alice and all her rat folk glory is going to walk into the room.
No, Jack, down. No,
His
she is a
pupils
person.
just dilated the size of its whole eyeball.
She is a person.
Alice, get on my shoulder.
She's different.
Alice, get on my shoulder. Get height.
She's different. No, Jack, no. Bad Jack.
It's all
Good
these
boy. Good
very
boy.
the things are eating us. It's all about eating.
Good boy, not eating Alice. Good boy.
Wait, Borum, what is
Good
it saying?
boy,
What is it saying?
sweetheart.
Why is it looking like that?
Mike.
Ask it. Tell him to fix his face.
Mike's making good face. We have no video. So.
Video?
Tell him to chill out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's fine. He's not actually a rat.
Why do we never have camera when I'm like way into like being some animal or something like?
I saw all of that.
No, you only got to make a fool of yourself to us.
Okay. Anyway, I think it's time for us to head out. But it's nice to meet you, Jack. And I'm glad you'll be our friend and live in our house and kill the rats for us. And in exchange, we'll bring you foods in addition to the rats and pets. You're my favorite person in this village so far. Not including you guys.
Okay.
Like natives from the village.
Ooh, tough.
Tough
God.
crowd.
Yeah, a tough look for everyone we've met so far.
What?
He eats even so much as one of my. He nibbles even so much as one of my fingernails. He's out. This is not. I'm not being preyed upon in my own
The
bed.
trial period.
He is much smaller than you. Like,
Tell him he's on probation.
You're on probation. Oh wait, he can't listen to me.
Trial period.
Why is he on probation? Oh,
Like,
Just like
I have
don't
my
eat
servant
Alice.
telling me I'm on probation.
He has to prove that he's not going to eat Alice.
they don't want you to eat the Alice, the one
Or
that,
any of her things.
and none of the stuffs. Besides, they wouldn't be yummy anyways.
We'll bring you food, we promise.
Yeah, don't drink the liquids in the rooms. They are not good for the tummy.
Just don't get into any of the mysterious things laying about, is the short of it. Stick to things that run around and move and are rats. Not the person that looks
that
like
are
a
very. If a thing has a name individual to itself, do not hunt it. Alice's friend, not food.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't trust its eyes. They go.
Well, look, it's not the first time we've had to deal.
All right. So off you go out the village. Which direction are you headed? Back towards the gate, I suppose, because that was the number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably
As
take
you-
us those axes for the hate tree.
I'm sure, yeah.
You know, guys, I do have a just Traveler's Any tool that can be any tool.
Oh,
I thought
Wait.
that was for like small things, not like cutting down a tree big.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
The axes? You cut down
Traveler's any
saplings
tool.
with them. Oh, the traveler's any tool.
Yes, I am hearing about these things. I think you might be able to do it as an axe. That is very cool.
But yes,
I don't know.
should
I'm going to say yes. For
Okay.
these purposes, it's fine.
I could always just whack it if it's not coming down.
Could always just whack it.
It's always an option.
All right. Question:
answer.
how long do you plan on being gone for?
At least like the day, because we're leaving like super early, right? So probably like until evening. But I guess it depends on what happens.
No, I think we're sleeping out there
Oh,
for sure. Well, because like we need to.
we're just gonna kind of clear the path until, just keep going until we feel like we
Yeah.
shouldn't anymore.
Because we need to clear the path. The path takes at least a day and a half. Like we need to
Yeah.
head
Okay,
out.
so then like half out and then half back.
Yeah, if we successfully do it in like one go, then cool. But I didn't think we would.
Well,
No,
there's
it's not. There's going to be several days of work. For each. If you look at the Chronica map, each of those hexes is 6 miles. So let me flip myself back over there.
I see.
Excuse me. So that's 30 miles of trail to clear. What I
like-
was asking is, how much food did you bring with you?
I have 6 days of ration. I guess I have 6 days of rations. I know Borum has a bunch of rations. How's everyone else?
I'm gonna bring the same amount as everyone else.
Right.
How many rations?
I have about just under a month of food left.
Yeah.
And I have 2 weeks.
Well, like that's also crunchier stuff. But I figure like just because we know
Yeah.
we're going back out, we would have had what we needed.
No, I just want to make sure that we track that, not necessarily in game, but around it, because we're in a survival game.
Then enough to like keep going until we're done, barring like getting really messed up and needing to retreat.
That's fair.
And also just like playing it by ear.
Yeah.
Like assuming things go decently well to cover that ground.
Right, but what number, in case they don't go decently well?
What seems reasonable? How many do we need like per day?
Each ration is 1 day's worth of food.
Yeah, probably. Somebody said 6.
And we were only out for 2 days, so we only would have used 2 each.
So like 6 to 8. But also erring on the side of
Minimum.
caution. Like I don't know how hard they are to get.
You can get them at the tavern. They require an advance order. I'm assuming that what you have right now is stuff you brought with you from the Citadel.
I'll bring 10 personally.
I only have 6 because I didn't have to wait for more. So that's all I have.
Oh, I guess I can hold whatever people can't carry.
We can talk outside of game about who will be our ration tracker.
Mule.
Any other special equipment you're going to try to buy before you leave? Tents, sleeping bags?
Oh,
I can't carry anything personally.
Yeah.
I don't know what because like my full plate already weighs half my carrying capacity.
I have, let's see, math. I can carry 79 more pounds before I hit a light load. And then from after that, another like 120 before I hit a medium load.
All right. So don't want to get too deep in the weeds on that. That's a out of game Discord conversation. You guys clear a day's worth. Give me a survival roll. Anybody else who has survival can do an aid the other, or you can all make your own individual rolls, but only the best one counts.
I'm gonna
So-
do an
Who has like
So
probably the best survival?
-1.
Mine is +5.
Five's gonna be good. Boredom or
flat
I.
0. I have a flat 0, and then also the map maker's kit. It says if you use this kit to draw a map as you travel, you receive a +2 circumstance bonus on survival skills checks to avoid becoming lost.
Okay.
So could I give that bonus to whoever has the better?
And then it's kind of like a free aid another.
Yeah.
But then what is between Borum and Alice, like who would be the best for the survival stuff?
Mine's a 4.
Mine's 6.
Okay, then you.
I
Mine's
will
5.
assist.
So then the rest of us could aid another towards you.
Would us
Right.
failing
It doesn't hinder.
okay.
Okay.
But
So-
does Alice get that +2 from the kit?
Mm-hmm.
I will put
no, because you're
No?
not trying to map it right
Different
now.
type.
But like
Mhm.
You're
I
just
would
seeing how
would
well
I
you've
have
explored it.
mapped it at all on the way in?
You probably are in progress mapping, but you need like
It's not that quick.
Yeah, a little bit more
Yeah.
time.
I had
Uh,
to try it.
So we all
Yeah.
have to hit a 10, and if we do, it's like a +2.
It's +2
Yes.
for each.
Mhm.
Okay.
Unless, besides mine,
Oh.
I rolled a 9.
I give
mean-
him +5.
I mean, I could just do the roll because it's like a isn't it? Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's. I thought it was for aid another. It's just the D10 or like a flat D20.
Oh,
no, it's your skill
Oh,
check.
it's the
Get a
same
skill
skill
check.
You get
Okay,
the DC 10.
22.
So you get a
Oh.
+7 in total.
Okay. That's 15 plus 7 for 22.
Oh well, we.
All right. So at the end of your first day out in the wilds, you have cleared out part of your first hex. You have what was it? End up at 22.
22.
Oh, so close, but so far. You get 1 exploration point.
Okay.
how do those work?
Read the article I posted
Discuss
earlier
it.
today.
Yeah, we can discuss it more.
We're not going to use it right now. Is
Yeah.
the important thing.
And that's where we'll leave off for tonight.
Nice.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Yeah.
No game next week because of the holiday. So we will pick up again on the 11th of
Okay.
September. Not a day with any sort of significance whatsoever.
Is that actually true, or am I missing something?
No, it's sarcasm.
Yeah.
What am I missing?
It's 9/11.
September 11th? 9/11?
Oh, yes, I knew that. I just didn't put it together. Okay. Okay.
And I'm going to end the stream now before Eric has a chance to say something offensive.